Legacy Project has announced that their longtime lead singer, Hunter Sparkman, will be leaving the group at the end of the year. Hunter and his wife, Stacy, are expecting their first child in January. The Southern Gospel Music Association's Hall of Fame and Museum will be leaving their 21-year location at Dollywood, and they are currently looking for a new location. 65 South recording artists, the Bledsoes, have been recognized as favorite Christian music group in the annual awards presented by Good News Journal. That's to look at some of the happenings in the world of Southern Gospel. You can keep up with the latest Southern Gospel news by reading SGN Scoops Digital Magazine. Take a look at their website at sgnscoops.com. And you can find more Southern Gospel news at our website, gospelmusictoday.com.
We have been on the road.
Yes, we have. We've been to Marietta, Georgia, down where my old buddy Robert York is with the North Metro Gospel Singing, and Avenue was there, and I think we have a clip.
Yes, we do.
On the battlefield for my Lord. Yes, I'm on the battlefield for my Lord. And I promised him that I would serve him till I die. Now I'm on the battlefield for my Lord. For my Lord, I'm on the battlefield for my Lord. I'm on the battlefield for my Lord, and I promised him that I would serve him till I die. Now I'm on the battlefield for my Lord, for my Lord. I was alone and not all. Oh, I was a sinner too. I heard a voice from heaven say, there is a work to do. Well, I took my master's hand and I joined that heavenly band. Now I'm on the battlefield for my the battlefield for my Lord. Yes, I'm on the battlefield for my Lord. And I promised him that I
Robert York does a great job with those concerts. He is moving the concerts to Woodstock, Georgia. You can check it out on his Facebook page and find out all the details. We enjoyed Avenue that night. Casey, Daniel, and Kyle, they did a great job.
Yes, they did. Who has a birthday this week?
Happy birthday to Randy Scoot Shellnut Jr. Scoot sings with the Dixie Echoes. His birthday is November 3.
And we wish a happy birthday to all our Southern Gospel friends.
We have more exclusive concert video coming up on Gospel Music Today, but first, Jean has been listening to some new music.
Living Faith Quartet from Alabama has a new CD out called One Drop of Blood. It opens with When I Wake Up to Sleep No More. In addition to the title song, there is All My Hope and Home is Closer, which was written by group member Mark Bird and Tommy Swindle. My favorite on the CD is You Matter to Him. That's One Drop of Blood by Living Faith Quartet.
This is a concert update from Gospel Music Today. Legacy 5 will be at Grace Community Church in Woodstock, Georgia on November 16. If you're looking for a concert near you, check the search engine at gospelgigs.com, and you can always use the links at our website, gospelmusictoday.com.
In 2005, in a small country church in northeastern Mississippi, two brothers, Casey and J.C. Johnson, had a dream. They wanted to sing in a quartet. They had been listening to some great quartets and knew that was the style of music they wanted to sing. They were joined by Chuck Clark and Eric Johnson and became Unity 4 and began singing at festivals, benefits, and homecoming concerts in their hometown as well as neighboring states. They have become known for their rich harmonies and classic song selection and have begun writing their own material while holding true to the standards of the past quartets and their arrangements. Members of Unity 4 are Heath Pennell, Casey Johnson, J.C. Johnson, and Mark McLean. You can find out more about this week's feature group at theunity4.com. Coming up next on Gospel Music Today, Ken visits with Aaron Wilburn. Welcome back to Gospel Music Today.
Aaron Wilburn sang at a great Roy Graves concert in Lyman, South Carolina, and we had the chance to talk to him backstage that night. That's up next on Gospel Music Today. We are on the road in Lyman, South Carolina. We are backstage at a great Roy Graves event, and with me, an old friend, Aaron Wilburn. Aaron, welcome to Gospel Music Today.
Thanks, Ken. It's been a while. Good to be back with you guys.
It's good to see you on the road again. Drove all the way from Nashville, Tennessee.
Oh, yes, and I'm telling you, it's funny because when all of this happened back in March, I thought, for the first few weeks, wow, this is great. And home is an escape to go back to when you're on the road a lot. And then after about 6 months, it becomes a prison of sorts. Yeah. Because they're saying, stay in, stay in, stay in. And so what once was a place of, oh, I'm here, I can rest, out from the craziness, all of a sudden it kind of became a prison of sorts. Except it had gravy and biscuits in the kitchen when I made them and other good things. So, but it's great to be back out again. Thank you.
Yeah, it is nice. We know you as a singer. We know you from the comedy in your programs. And I don't know if everybody really is aware of your career as a songwriter also. In current times, what's the ratio of performing to songwriting for you?
Well, I write all the time. If you've spent 2 or 3 consecutive hours around me, I have been writing during that time, even though it's not evident to anyone. Singing is what I do. Comedy is what I do. A songwriter is what I am.
I see. That's good.
That speaks for itself.
Yeah, that's awesome. We met you the first time quite a few years ago now at the National Quartet Convention.
In fact, that video is, the other day it came up somehow on my Facebook, and I noticed it's one of the most viewed videos that I've ever participated in.
You told the story of writing 4 days late.
Yes.
And a wonderful story. But I want to go back to that to ask you the difference between songwriting back then and how long ago did you write that song?
20 years. That song is Karen's anniversary of recording the song. It has been this year, 20 years ago, and the song had been written about 4 years before that. So we're talking about 24 years ago.
Yeah. Now that song came to you based on incidents in your life, your own personal experience.
Yes.
And the song developed out of that.
Right.
Songwriting is different now, isn't it?
You know, it's hard for me to answer a lot of questions about then and now without sounding critical. Songwriting now is, let's meet next Thursday at 10 o'clock. And the company called and they need something like cha-dun, 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 cha-dun. So we need to write something to that tempo. And there was a time when I think, for the most part, what am I trying to say? What formed the song was not the tempo from someone in the recording session or in the companies, but it was a moment with God when the bottom had dropped out of your life. And Albert E. Brumley, according to his wife, when she was living, she told me that he hated working in the fields. And so did I. We were raised cotton farmers. But he was plowing, and he stopped, and she said he told her he stopped, and he was really hot, and he wiped his brow, and he looked up, and he said, "One of these days I'll fly away from here." And so began "I'll Fly Away."
Yeah.
Songs were born in cotton fields. They were born in the sadness of a cemetery, or sitting beside someone as we're praying for them, knowing that there is no doctor within 50 miles, and God is the only help and the only hope.
Now, Aaron Wilburn, still writing, still putting out the songs, and you were just telling me about one with one of the new groups that's become really popular.
I am so thrilled, Ken. Dad and his two sons. The Sound. That's what you need to remember. The Sound. They have recorded a phenomenal CD, and I'm so blessed that Lee Black and I wrote a song in that project entitled First Church of Mercy. And if you don't mind, I'd like to take 3 or 4 minutes to tell a background on that.
Sure.
That has not been told. We wrote the song, and in the song, the man comes into church, and he isn't sober. And he sits down, and he's asked to leave. And in the original version, he was told, "Come back when you're sober." And his answer to the usher was, "If I was sober, I wouldn't need to be here." This song is very close to me, as you can probably tell. I'll try to gain my composure. The next Sunday was Father's Day. My daughter, instead of going to her church, where she's one of the leaders, she came to church with me for Father's Day. She sat beside me, and then a man came in and sat beside us, And when he did, I looked at her and I crossed my eyes and I said, wow. And she said, I know. I can